Who told you you don't deserve a lot of money, financial freedom? Who told you you don't deserve healthy love, someone who's gonna be faithful and loyal to you? Who told you you don't deserve? Once you can tell yourself your own ugly truths and forgive yourself, it's easier. I'm cash having a couple hundred whenever my brother call. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karina, and in this channel we talk about personal development, healing, and overall becoming a better version of yourself. So in today's video we're going to be talking about the inevitable self-sabotage and forgiving yourself. And I was thinking about making two separate videos, but we're just gonna have to cluster it all together because I feel like they go hand in hand. Self-sabotage happens a lot in your unconscious mind, and it's very important to understand we operate more than half of the time in our unconscious mind. So we need to train our thoughts. Our conscious mind needs to train our subconscious mind to think like our conscious mind, so that way we can always be in alignment and attract all great things. If you're in this healing journey where you've lost yourself and you just don't know like how to become that girl again, this is definitely the right channel for this. Just wanted to point that out there. But overall, like, this is probably something that we all can relate to. We all do self-sabotage, and it's important to recognize when we're doing it, because sometimes, I'll be quite honest, we don't even recognize when we're doing it, and that is a big issue, because how can you correct something that you are oblivious to? Our unconscious mind is wired to think negatively. Why? Because of our own personal experience, what our eyes have been exposed to, and simply because we feel unsafe. This is all a defense mechanism. We're doing this because we feel unsafe. It's okay to protect yourself, to be guarded, you know, but self-sabotage is not okay. And I don't understand what is the root of all this problem. Why are you so mean to yourself that you cannot seem to stop self-sabotage to the point where it's like it's your new norm, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. So for me, for example, it is very hard for me to like, sometimes like I don't even catch it, and when I start thinking about it, now that I'm more aware of it, my conscious mind is more aware of bad habits. I'm more like on alert now. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing self-sabotage, and I quickly rewire to being more positive. Like, I don't understand the root of it all, and you probably don't either. It takes a lot of deep healing to get to understand where does that even come from. Like, when did this started being a thing? We talk bad about ourselves, really, really bad. We're very mean to ourselves. We're ugly. Like, even when you're giving yourself a positive affirmation, at least for me, I don't know if others can relate, but when you're giving yourself a positive affirmation, sometimes you are mean. You give yourself a positive affirmation, but you first have to insult yourself by saying, oh my God, you're so stupid because look at yourself. You're very beautiful. Why would you ever let a man like that treat you the way he did? But you're starting off the conversation wrong. You're stating that you're stupid. Why are you being mean to yourself? That's very uncalled for. So you need to stop the self-sabotage. You need to stop telling yourself you cannot do it, that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve it, that you'll never be like the rest that are living a great life. You deserve that great life too. So if you're gonna compare yourself to anyone, which we all know is a bad idea to compare yourself to anyone, but if you're going to compare yourself in a way that you're just gonna say, yeah, that girl's fire, I want to be like her, and she motivates me to be like her, and actually execute that lifestyle for yourself, you know, like do the things that girl's doing. I'm not saying like completely be her, because that would never be the case, but do the things that are going to get you to that place. Do research if you're oblivious to it, because some of us, we are oblivious. I was at some point. I never knew like how to even start this lifestyle. I never even had like the thought of this lifestyle at some point. And then I realized, like, for me, it was more easier because I've always wanted to escape poverty. And with being wealthy or rich, whatever have you, it comes a lot of great things. And when I look at people that are rich and that are wealthy, they look a certain kind of way. Like, they don't dress how we dress in the hood where I was born and raised, you know, like in New York, the Bronx. They don't dress like that. They look a certain kind of way, and it's like they attract that kind of thing. And I'm not saying for you to change your complete self. No. Take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Use what applies to you to your advantage, and then like tweak the areas that you know needs tweaking, you know? In order to escape poverty, which is the mindset that I had to stop being or stop thinking the way I do. I had to stop telling myself the same narrative, you know, like stop being mean to myself. I had to put myself out there. And with putting yourself out there comes a lot of confidence. People don't put themselves out there simply because of that one reason. They lack confidence. So I had to have that confidence. I had to build up my confidence. And, you know, it became easier for me because I always known that I'm not an ugly female. Like, I haven't always looked the very best. Like, there are days where I legit do not care how I look. Like, sometimes I don't look presentable, but nonetheless, I'm still a beautiful female. Even right now, I feel like I don't look my very best. Like, my face is not did. I have a little bit of foundation on and my eyelashes. That is all. Like, I just came from work and I don't feel like getting cute. It's okay. But you do these little things like the eyelashes. You notice that you don't really need much to look good. My confidence is still here. Hello? I'm still making this video. It's not stopping me. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you have to definitely do away with that negative mentality of self-sabotaging. I don't understand why we do that to ourselves. Who told us that we don't deserve good things? Like, who told you don't deserve a lot of money, financial freedom? Who told you don't deserve healthy love, someone who's gonna be faithful and loyal to you? Who told you don't deserve loyal friends that are actually gonna be there to support you and be there for the good and the bad? Who told you don't deserve great car, everything, like literally all great things that you could think about that you want? Who has told you that you don't deserve that? Only yourself. Once you build your confidence, you'll be able to like literally change that self-sabotage mindset, that negative mindset, and you will be able to attract all the things that you want. It's literally that simple. The hardest part about healing is realizing how shitty of a person you were. Once you can sit with that thought, everything becomes easier. Like, that is the first step. The first step is always admitting it. I feel like we're in therapy right now, like in a therapy session. But for real, the first step is always admitting it. Admit that you are not that girl. But don't stay there in that mindset where like, oh my God, I'm not that girl. I'm never gonna be that girl. No, admit that you're not that girl and now bust your butt off, be that girl. Once you can tell yourself your own ugly truths and forgive yourself, it's easier. Forgive yourself for being a bad person. You was a bad person. You didn't treat yourself right. You did not love yourself. What good person talks to themselves like that? What good person, you know, like treats themselves like that? A good person does not do that. That's why you need to be okay with accepting the fact that you were a bad person. But forgive yourself. It's you to you. Like, look at yourself in the mirror and literally say, I am sorry. You didn't deserve that. And then once you are sorry and you're genuinely sorry for treating yourself like that, because I'm almost like 99% sure, really and truly 100% sure that that is going to be a genuine apology. You know how some people apologize and they don't really mean it? I feel like if you're at this stage and you're watching this video, you're at the stage where you're genuinely looking to forgive yourself. So go in the mirror and tell yourself that you're sorry and that you will never do that again. And kiss the mirror if you have to. Like, just make sure you clean it after. But like literally sit okay with the fact that you have acknowledged that you were a bad person to yourself and that you deserve better than that, and that you're gonna work on being a better person from that very moment on forward. It doesn't matter what you did in the past. Trust me, there's gonna be moments that you're gonna set goals for yourself, right? Let's say today's day one of your best version. So today you have planned to go to the gym. You have planned to, let's just hypothetically speak, right? We have a business. We have decided to create content for our business. Today is the day that I drank water for the first time. I always drink water. I'm just hypothetically giving goals that you set for your day one of the best version of yourself. Out of all those three things, you did drink the water. You did take the first step into building your business, but you didn't go to the gym. So now you are back to sabotage mode. You're trying to hold yourself accountable. This is the fight. You're trying to hold yourself accountable and you failed to do so. You failed to do the job that you gave yourself to do. No one gave you this job, only you. So you were supposed to obtain it. And once you can't obtain your own goal, guess what? This is what happens, self-sabotage. Because it's the same thing that your mom would have did to you if you don't do your chores. Karina, you forgot to wash the dishes. Oh my God, you're gonna get grounded or whatever. Oh, I just asked you for one thing. You couldn't do that one thing. Now your mom is pissed off and your day is ruined because now mommy has an attitude for the rest of the day. You are doing that to yourself too. And this is a good point that I'm trying to make out, because that's probably how most of us was raised. That's why most of us have this self-sabotage tendency within us, because our parents were angry, and this is how they expressed their anger towards us not accomplishing a certain goal, a certain task. So we repeat the same thing. It's very repetitive. So now you are like, oh my God, Karina, you're so stupid. Why didn't you go to the gym? All you had to do was go to the gym. You're a loser. Now you're not back. You're not that girl. You're showing yourself that you're not that girl. You're being super duper hard on yourself for what? Like, for what? I don't understand. You need to take a chill pill, relax, calm down. Stop focusing on what you didn't do and give yourself credit for all of the things you did do. How long have you been sitting in your couch and doing nothing and moping around in your own funk and being depressed, being unmotivated? Today you actually got up and started your business. You actually got up and drank water. So because you didn't go to the gym, that other good stuff you did does not count? No, it absolutely does count. So give yourself credit. Stop being hard on yourself for what you didn't accomplish. Tomorrow is another day, and give yourself grace. You started today. Today made a difference, and you actually did do something. It's not like you sat in the couch like how you've been doing all these other days, watching TV and just being unmotivated. Whatever it is that you wasn't doing, that you know that you have to do to be that girl. Because it's like, this is the thing. You know what you have to do, but you just don't have that motivation. You don't have that determination within you. You feel unmotivated. It feels like a hassle. Like, it's a lot of work. It doesn't even feel good. At some point, this lifestyle actually feels really, really great to do. It's all a mindset thing. Until you switch your mindset, you're not gonna ever look at it as something good. It's not ever gonna feel good to you. It's gonna feel like a burden. It's gonna feel like a job. It's not gonna feel like something that naturally happens. It's not gonna feel like when, like, the things that we naturally do. We just get up, brush our teeth. We start to make breakfast. We eat. We do our work. And then by the time we're done with work, we go to sleep. All of this is natural, right? This we naturally do. But once you have to do things for yourself that are good for you, and you just don't have the right mindset, it's gonna feel like a task. It's gonna feel like a job. It's not gonna feel fun to do. But people who are actually about this lifestyle, they don't complain about that. They don't complain about making their bed. They don't complain about going to the gym, because it's just as brushing your teeth. It's just as making food to eat. It's just as any other task that you have to do in your daily living that you just do. You just normally do. You have to have that mind switch. You have to be aware of when you are self-sabotaging, and you need to put a stop to it and give yourself credit, give yourself grace, because what you didn't do, there's always tomorrow to continue to pick up the slack. Maybe now you could put that at the priority of your list. If you have a daily to-do list, which by the way, you guys can go ahead and order. I will leave the link down in the description box below. You can now check out my Etsy store. It's called Just Do It Girl. I sell printable to-do lists, and very affordable. Buy it one time, you print it as many times as you want, and make yourself a to-do list for every day. That definitely helped me. I find that when I make a monthly to-do list or a weekly to-do list, it's unrealistic to me. My life is not in order as for now, because I'm working on it. So I cannot rely on the structure of it being so, like, that's the whole point of having a to-do list, is to be in order. But what I'm saying is, I will plan out my whole entire week, and sometimes I have to swap days. Like, what I have planned for Monday, now I have to do Tuesday, because Monday I decided to stay and do overtime at work. That's just an example. But it's okay, as long as you start organizing. Make sure that you click down in my Etsy shop and order your printables. But again, doing a to-do list definitely helped me to have more structure and look forward to a day, because if I don't write it down, I have a lot in my mind. I forget things a lot. So like on the weekends, especially because I'm off on the weekends from my job, I have a lot of time on my hands, and it's so easy to be unproductive. First of all, everyone wants to invite you outside on the weekend. You sometimes need to say no and prioritize what really matters. But don't like completely neglect your social life, because it's very crucial to balancing this lifestyle that you're creating for yourself. So, but that, I have a separate video for that. We could get into that conversation because that one is a good one too. But yeah, definitely have some structure for your days off. Look forward to doing things on the weekends. I like to plan my weekends by, of course, I have to do what I normally do, which is I'm doing laundry, I'm cleaning, and then I also typically do a lot of my content creation on the weekend. So I have to fit that in, and that is very time consuming. And then I also try to edit as much videos as I can, because during the week, I'll be honest, I am too tired from work, and I'm not going to sit here and edit a video after work, especially when I did overtime, which I'm always doing overtime. Eventually, I'm trying to, like everyone else, I am trying to quit my 9 to 5 and just be able to like do this as a living, because I literally love content creation. So I want to definitely dedicate more time to it. I know that I can be my best self. If I didn't have a job, I would like literally, nothing can stop me from like blowing this up, like scaling this YouTube and Amazon thing that I got going on right now. There will be no obstacles in my way if it wasn't for my job. Like I would give it my all. Also wanted to point out that you have to be mindful of what you consume, and this goes for like mainly your eyes, your ears, but overall, like even oral consumption, you know, just be mindful of what you consume. But what I'm really basing it on is like, be careful with what you watch on TV. For me, I stopped watching scary movies. I just cannot. Scary movies is not because it's not entirely because I'm scared, which I am. Like, I'm very fearful of scary movies. I don't like it, but I think that my fear has a lot to do with like what it is. It's a scary movie. Like, it's demonic. If you're a very spiritual person, I doubt that any spiritual person watches scary movies, because energy transfer, and yeah, it's just hard to explain. But we don't watch scary movies over here. In this household, scary movies are not allowed. Even when I see a trailer on YouTube, a trailer of a scary movie, and I'm in the room but I can hear it because I'm like probably listening to music on YouTube or whatever, and that just pops out of nowhere, I have to immediately, like, I literally almost run to the TV, to the remote, so I can skip that part, because even the noise just disturbs my energy, like my vibrations. I cannot explain it. But I cannot. It's just something about scary movies and like demonic stuff that disturbs my peace. It disturbs my energy. It literally does something to me where I'm like, run to it and change it. Like, I have to change it immediately. So definitely be mindful of what you watch and what you hear. Like, people are going, like, drama. Don't involve yourself in that. Like, it doesn't have to be scary. It could be drama. It could be literally anything. You definitely want to be more conscious of the things that you watch. I feel like in this era, it's very important to feed yourself with a lot of positivity. So if you're going to watch anything, make sure that it's productive, that it's going to give you something positive, that you're going to learn and use something out of that. Like, because learning is always a good thing. And sometimes you're just not in the mood to learn. You just want to like have leisure and watch a movie. Like, I want to watch All American today. You have to. It's important to fight it a little bit. I'm not going to say to entirely strip it out of your lifestyle, but I want you to challenge yourself to be more intentional during this time in your life. So definitely fight the urge of watching Power. Fight the urge of watching All American, or whatever show you're into right now that you want to watch. Fight the urge and just nurture yourself. Listen to those things that you need to listen to, because you need the hardest part is like literally executing. That's literally like the second hardest part. After you acknowledge that you was a bad person, execution is really bad. You could even possibly stop self-sabotage, not even stop, but like control your self-sabotage to a certain degree, right? You could possibly have some sort of control on self-sabotaging, but what good is that if you're not executing? Execution is like literally the second hardest part to do. So in this moment, you need to feed yourself and motivate yourself. The only way you're gonna do that is by exposing yourself to positivity, exposing yourself to constantly seeing good things. And if you can't put yourself out there and actually look, like go on a car dealership and look at cars and get motivated and be like, hey, I really want this car. Like, let me get this motivation. Let me get this drive and like do what I gotta do to get this car. Like whatever that looks like for you. It could be content creation like the rest of us. It could be a simple tech job. It could be any kind of job where you're just doing crazy overtime. But the point is that you're getting some kind of motivation and you're working towards something. You're looking forward to something. And I feel like that is key to living life. You always have to be looking forward to something in life in order to make life fun. Because if not, it's like you kind of lose direction and it just lets your mind wander, and sometimes it wanders the wrong way, and then you're back in square one. This is probably going to be the hardest part of your healing journey, and there's going to be many other hard parts, but these two right here, these two are going to be the hardest part of your healing process, which is ending the self-sabotage but also executing the good. Because with forgiveness, you want to start executing things that are going to erase that narrative. And that's going to mean that you're going to have to put in work in every areas of your life. You know, like physically, mentally, a lot of mental, and, you know, spiritually. In all aspects of your life, you're going to have to execute greatness. And that is not an easy job to do, especially because who knows how long you've been sitting in this funk and unmotivated and doing nothing. You're probably already comfortable with doing nothing. Then now you're going to have to rewire yourself to do the things that you were already doing that you decided to stop because you let depression take over. But the good news is that together we're going to surpass this. We're going to do this together. Because don't think that I'm perfect. I'm not. I'm going through this journey with you guys. You know, like this is why this is the best time of the year for me. This is my best season right now because I'm giving you authenticity. Like this is literally a team effort. Like as you're watching this, I'm going through this with you. So this is like teamwork, make the dream work. If I'm doing it, then you need to do it too. Like I'm gonna start holding you accountable. And if you want tips and tricks on how to motivate yourself and start the execution process, please make sure to subscribe down below. I have more videos coming on self-development and healing and forgiveness, because why not? You deserve it. And if you like this video, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Bye.